Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are all safe at your home. Let us introduce myself. I am Bhavani, working in KZBV Razam, Srikakulam district as an English teacher. Children, welcome to the first unit of ninth class English. This unit theme is humor. This unit is classified into three sections, that is three readings, that is A reading, B reading, C reading. The A reading is The Snake and the Mirror. B reading is The Duck and the Kangaroo. And the C reading is Little Bobby. Children, let us move on to our reading session, that is The Snake and the Mirror. So before we are going to the lesson, but children, do you like animals? Yes, all of us like animals. So do you know how many types of animals are there? Yes, there are two types. What are they? Yes, I will tell you. Pet animals and wild animals. What are pet animals? Give me some examples. Rat, cat, dog, cow, goat, etc. So what are wild animals? Oh, I will tell you. Lion, tiger, zebra, monkey. Okay. Do you know who is the king of the forest? Yes, it is a lion. So children, where do we find this type of wild animals? So these wild animals will in the forest. Yes. What are there in the forest? There are trees, birds, snakes, animals, different kinds of wild animals. Okay. So look at the face sheet. This is the story of the lion and the rabbit. A cruel lion lived in the forest. Every day he killed and ate a lot of animals. The other animals were afraid the lion would kill them all. The animals told the lion, "Let us make a deal. If you promise to eat only one animal each day, then one of us will come to every day. Then you don't have to hunt any animal and kill us." The plan sounded well thought out the lion, so he agreed. But he also said, "If you don't come every day, I promise to kill you, all of you, the next day." Each day after that, one animal went to the lion so that the lion could eat it. Then all the other animals were safe. Finally, it was the rabbit's turn to go to the lion. The rabbit went very slowly that day. So the lion was angry. When the rabbit finally arrived, the lion angrily asked the rabbit, "Why are you late?" "I was hiding from another lion in the forest." That lion said he was the king. So I was afraid. The lion told the rabbit, "I am the only king here. Take me to that another lion, and I will kill him." The rabbit replied, "I will be happy to show you where he lives." The rabbit led the lion to an old well in the middle of the forest. The rabbit told the lion, "Look in there. The lion lives at the bottom." When the lion looked in the well, he could see his own reflection or his face in the water. He thought that was the another lion. Without waiting another moment, the lion jumped into the well to attack the another lion. He never came out. All of the other animals in the forest were very pleased with the rabbit's clever trick. Okay, children, this is the Let us, children, face sheet. I will give you some information about the other. Vaikam Muhammad Bashir was born on 21st January in 1908. He was a Malayalam fiction writer, from the state of Kerala in India. He was a humanist, freedom fighter, novelist, and a short story writer. He is noted for his works down to earth style of writing that made him equally popular among the literary critics as well as the common man. He is regarded as one of the most successful and outstanding writers from India. Translation of his works into other languages have won him worldwide acclaim. The story, The Snake in the Mirror, was translated into English. His notable works include Balya Kalasakhi, Shabdangal, Matilukal, and Anarganimisham. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1982. He is fondly remembered as the Bepur Sultan. Let's go to the objectives of this unit. By the end of this lesson, you are able to the following objectives. Objectives. Understand the theme of Homer. Understand the role of Homer in human life. Understand the features of narration or storytelling. Narrate a humorous incident in your life or tell a humorous story. And look at this mirror. I will ask you some questions to you. Children, do you like to look at yourself in the mirror? What do you think about at such times? Have you ever seen a dog, a cat, a snake, or a bird look into a mirror? What do you think if it sees? Children, is the snake looking into the mirror? Yes, it is looking. What do you observe? It looks its reflection into the mirror. Then, what is the relation between the snake and the mirror? Can you tell me? Yes, there is a relation between the snake and the mirror. This is the name of our lesson, The Snake and the Mirror. Have you ever touched a snake? Oh, the very thought of touching a snake is very frightening. The very thought of touching a snake is really spine chilling. Oh, children, can you touch the snake? No, we cannot touch the snake. If it bites, definitely we will die. This is a python. This is a king cobra. This is a black mamba. This is a garden snake. Now children, we are going to learn the lesson The Snake and the Mirror. In this story, the narrator is a homeopathy doctor. He is practicing homeopathy. There are many Children, there are many kinds of medical. Now children, open your textbook and see glossary. I will read the glossary meanings. Full-blooded, it's an adjective that means strong. Meager, adjective, small in quantity. Solitary, adjective that means single. Vest, that is a noun. A garment worn under a shirt or a piece of underwear. Gable, it's a noun. Upper part of a wall below a sloping roof. Parting, noun. A line on a person's head where the hair is divided with a comb. Pace, it is a verb. To walk up and down many times. Third, it is a noun. Here, a dull sound made when a heavy object falls. Wriggled, it is a verb. Moved by twisting and turning. Slighted, verb. Moved or glided. At closer quarters, that is phrase. From a short distance away. Hood, noun. An expanded part of a snake's head. Molten, that is adjective. Heated to a very high temperature. Lakt, that is verb. Be about or lie in wait. Mascara, it is a noun. A substance put on eyelashes to make them look dark and thick. Vermilion, that is an adjective. Bright red in color. I was no image cut in granite. The doctor no longer stood there like a statue. A man of flesh and blood. A normal man. The doctor became normal. Reedy, that is an adjective, not pleasant. Sprinter, noun. A fast runner. Taken with, it is a phrasal verb. That means attracted by. Okay children, this is the glossary. While reading the lesson, you must have to keep these meanings in your mind. Next children, some phrasal verbs with come. Come across, that means to find something accidentally. Example, I came across my old shoe while searching for my books. Come up with, that means to think of an idea or plan or invention. Example, Ramya came up with a creative idea for the next annual day. Come forward, that means to offer help and information. My friends always come forward when I am in trouble. Next one, come out. That means to be released publicly. Example, he tried to hide the truth from the press, but it somehow came out. Okay children, this is the story of the homeopathy doctor and the snake. One day the doctor and his friends were discussing about the snakes. So this is the story. Has a snake ever coiled itself around any part of your body? A full-blooded cobra. All of us fell silent. The question came from the homeopath. The topic came up when we were discussing snakes. Listen attentively as the doctor continued with the tale. Yes, one day the doctor asked his friends, has a snake ever coiled around any part of your body? What type of snake? That is a full-blooded cobra. So while listening the story, all the friends were listening attentively. So next, it was a hot summer night about 10 o'clock. I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to my room. I heard a noise from above as I opened the door. The sound was a familiar one. One could say that rats and I shared the room. I took out of my box of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. So here, look at the picture. So it was a hot summer night about 10 o'clock. What is the time then? Night 10 o'clock. Where did he take his meal? Yes, at the restaurant. And then he returned to his room. So as he opened the door, he heard a noise. What was the noise? That was a familiar one. That one could say that rats and he shared the same room. So he took out of his boxes of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp. Why did he lighted the kerosene lamp? Yes, the house was not electrified. It was a small rented room. I just had set up medical practice and my earnings were meager. I had about 60 rupees in my suitcase. Along with some shirts and dhotis, I also possessed one solitary black coat which I was then wearing. So, the doctor wanted to marry a woman doctor and who had plenty of money and good medical practice. Next, with such thoughts in his mind, I resumed my seat in the chair in front of the table. There were no more sounds from above. Suddenly, there came a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. Surely, nothing to worry about. Even so, I thought I would turn around and took a look. No sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. The snake's landing on me and my turning were simultaneous. So the doctor was in his thoughts. What was his thoughts? Yes. He looked more handsome. He keep an attractive smile and he wants to get married a woman doctor who had plenty of money and good medical practice. Next, then he had a loud noise. That was, what was that noise? That was the noise, that is the noise. He wanted to marry a woman doctor who had plenty of money and good medical practice. But the God willed otherwise, because his life companion was a greedy person and a gift of a sprinter. Next, some else asked, Doctor, when you ran, did the snake follow you? Yes, the doctor replied, I ran and ran till I reached a friend's room. Immediately, I smelled oil all over myself and took a bath. I changed into fresh clothes. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and one or two others to my room and to move my things from there. But we found we had little to carry. Some thief had removed most of my things. The room had been cleaned out, but not really. The thief had left behind one thing as a final insult. So the doctor replied his friends. What did he reply? Yes, he ran and ran till he reached his friend's house. Then he smelled all the oil all over his body and take a bath. Then he changed into fresh clothes. The next morning, he and his friends came to his room and took his belongings, what he had. So some thief had removed most of my things, but the room had been cleaned out because some thief had entered the room. He cleaned out all the things, but the final insult he left one thing. What was that one? He asked. The doctor said, my vest, the dirty one. The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. So the doctor replied. What did he reply? Yes. My vest. Did he open? Yes. He opened two windows. So and it was an outer room and was only one facing wall, the opening up. And the room had a tiled roof and long supporting gables rested on the beam. There was no ceiling. So that's why there was a regular traffic of rats to and from the beam. And he made his bed and pulled to the wall. But he lay down. He couldn't sleep. Why? That was a summer season. So I got up and went out to the veranda for the little air. So he got up from the bed and went out for little air. But the vine god seemed to take a time off. That means there was no air. Next, I went back into the room and sat down on the chair. I opened the box beneath the table and took out a book, the Materia Medica. I opened it at the table on which the comb and a large mirror, a small comb, and lay beside the mirror. So next, he went into the room again and sat down on the chair. He opened the box beneath the table, that means under the table, and took out a book. What was the name of the book? The Materia Medica. He opened it on the table and started reading. So while reading the book, he looked into the mirror. So now one feels tempted to look into the mirror when it is near. I took a look. In those days, I was a great admirer of beauty and believed in making myself look more handsome. I was unmarried and was a doctor. I felt I had to take my presence well. I picked up the comb and ran it through my hair and adjusted the parting so that it looked straight and near. neat. Again, I heard that sound from the above. So, one feels tempted to look into a mirror. So, when children, what do you do when you look into the mirror? So, we keep an attractive smile like this. So, next, the doctor also look into the mirror. He feels like he is the great admirer of beauty and he took to look more handsome. The doctor was unmarried and he was a bachelor. He was a great admirer of beauty and he wants to look more handsome. So next, I took a close look at my face in the mirror. I made an important decision. I would shave daily and grow a thin moustache to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and doctor. So, I took a close look at my face in the mirror. The doctor very close to look into the mirror. Then he made an important decision. What was the decision? Yes. He would shave daily and grow a thin moustache to look more handsome. So that was an important decision. Next, I look into the mirror and smile. And again, he looked into the mirror and smiled. What was that? It was an attractive smile. How was the smile? An attractive smile. I made another earth-shaking decision. I would always keep that attractive smile on my face to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and doctor too on the top of it. So again the doctor taken another look. So this time the doctor taking an earth-shaking decision. What was the decision? Yes, he looked into more handsome and keep an attractive smile. So next one. Again came that same noise from above. What was that noise? Yes, the moving of rats from to and from the beam. I got up, lit a bidi and paced to and down the room. Then another lovely thought struck me. I would get married to a woman doctor who had plenty of money and a good medical practice. She had to be fat for a valid reason. What was the reason? If I made some silly mistake and needed to run away, she should not be able to run after me and catch me. Now the doctor take another decision. What was that decision? Yes, he would marry. So what type of woman the doctor wants to marry? Yes, she should be very fat and for a valid reason she should not be able to run and catch him. So the doctor wants to marry a woman. Yes, the doctor wanted to marry a woman doctor and who had plenty of money and good medical practice. Next, with such thoughts in his mind, I resumed my seat in the chair in front of the table. There were no more sounds from above. Suddenly, there came a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. Surely, nothing to worry about. Even so, I thought I would turn around and took a look. No sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. The snake's landing on me and my turning were simultaneous. So, the doctor was in his thoughts. What was his thoughts? Yes. He looked more handsome, he keep an attractive smile and he wants to get married a woman doctor who had plenty of money and good medical practice. Next, then he had a loud noise. What was that noise? That is a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen on the ground. Yes, that sound was familiar one. No sooner had he turned that a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on his shoulder. The snakes landing on the child and the turnings were simultaneous. So next, I didn't jump, I didn't tremble, I didn't cry out. There was no time to do any such thing. The snake slided along my shoulder and coiled round my left arm above the elbow. The hood was spread out and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches from my face. So, children, what do you do when the snake is facing to you? Yes, we really frightened. So, this time the doctors faced the snake. So, then he didn't jump, he didn't tremble and he didn't cry out because there was no time to do any such things. The snake slided along his shoulder and coiled round above the elbow on his left hand. The hood spread out its head and was hard. It would not be correct to say merely that I sat there holding my breath. I was turned to stone. But my mind was very active. The door opened into darkness. The room was surrounded by darkness. In the light of the lamp, I sat there like a stone image in the flesh. So this time the doctor could be very frightened and he was turned like a stone. I felt then the great presence of the creator of this world and the universe. God was there. Suppose I said something and he did not like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, "Oh God." So the doctor felt this was a punishment of the God because he was too arrogant with his behavior. So the doctor felt the presence of the God. There was some pain in my left arm. It was as if a thick leaden rod, a rod made of molten fire, was slowly but powerfully crushing my arm. The arm was beginning to be drained all of strength. What could I do? So the snake wriggled his left arm. So there was a pain in his left arm. Absolutely. Wanted to marry a woman doctor who had plenty of money and good medical practice. But the God willed otherwise because his life companion was a greedy person and a gift of a sprinter. Next, some else asked, "Doctor, when you ran, did the snake follow you?" Yes, the doctor replied, "I ran and ran till I reached a friend's room. Immediately, I smelled oil all over myself and took a bath. I changed into fresh clothes. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and 1 or 2 others to my room and to move my things from there. But we found we had little to carry. Some thief had removed most of my things. The room had been cleaned out, but not really. The thief had left behind one thing as a final insult." So the doctor replied his friends. What did he reply? Yes, he ran and ran till he reached his friend's house. Then he smeared all the oil all over his body and take a bath. Then he changed into fresh clothes. The next morning, he and his friends came to his room and took his belongings, what he had. So some thief had removed most of my things, but the room had been cleaned out because some thief had entered the room. He cleaned out all the things, but the final insult he left one thing. What was that one? He asked. The doctor said, "My vest, the dirty one." The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. So the doctor replied. What did he reply? Yes. My vest. Vest means an under shirt. Yes. So that was the final insult he left behind. So the doctor had think about the I did not know anything for certain. What sex was the snake? Was it male or female? I will never know. For the snake unwound itself from my arm and slowly slided into my lap. From there it crept onto the table and moved towards the mirror. Perhaps it wanted to enjoy its reflection at closer quarters. So the doctor saved his life because the snake turned its head to look into the mirror. So the doctor didn't find because what sex was the snake? Was it male or female? So he will never know. For the snake unwound itself from any or slowly slided into my lap. So next, the snake wanted to look its very close quarters, look into the mirror. I was no mere image cut in granite. I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood. Still holding my breath, I got up from the chair. I quietly went out through the door into the veranda. From there, I leapt into the air and ran all for I was what? So, the doctor was no mere image cut in granite. So, I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood, still holding my breath. I got up from the chair. So, the doctor slightly moved from the chair. Next, he quietly went out and through the door and from the veranda. From there, he leapt into the air and ran out for all things. What are the things he had? Yes, children, this is the story. He narrated with his friends. All the friends were listening attentively. Then, all of you listen carefully. Each of us have a sigh of relief. All of us lit beadies. Somebody asked, Doctor, is your wife very fat? That the friends asked these questions. The doctor, is your wife fat? No, the doctor said, God will think otherwise. My life companion is a thin, greedy person with a gift of a sprinter. What is a sprinter? Sprinter means a fast runner. So, my life companion is a gift of... Doctor get pain? Yes, the snake wriggled his left arm tightly like a thick leaden rod. No. A rod made of molten fire was slowly but powerfully crushing his arm. So next, all my slightest movement, the snake would strike me. Death lurked for 4 inches away. Suppose it struck. What was the medicine I had to take? There was no medicines in the room. But I was a poor but a foolish and stupid doctor. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. So the doctor slightly moved the snake. The death left 4 inches away. Suppose it struck. In case, children, the snake, if the snake bites, what would happen? Yes, we will die. So there was no medicine in his room. What did he do? Yes, there was no medicines in his room because he was a poor but foolish and stupid doctor. The snake slightly moved to look into mirror. I forgot the danger and smiled feebly at myself because it seemed as if God appreciated that. The snake turned its head and it looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. I do not claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror, but it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Was it admiring its own beauty? Was it trying to make an important decisions about growing a moustache or using eyeshadow or mascara or wearing a vermilion spot on its forehead? Yes, these are the questions from the doctor. Why he was the great admirer of beauty. Like the snake is also the great admirer of beauty, he thinks. Okay, what was the questions? S. Was it admiring its own beauty? Or was it trying to make an important decisions? Was growing a moustache or using eyeshadow or mascara and wearing a vermilion spot on its forehead? The doctor had thought about the thief. What was that? The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing with soap and water. Again the friend asked, Doctor, did you see the snake the next day? The doctor laughed. I have never seen it since. It was a snake which was taken with its own beauty. So have you children? Finally, the doctor laughed. He had never seen such a snake look into the mirror. Okay, that is the... Okay, children, I showed you moral reading. Now, while practicing in your textbooks, keep all these questions in your mind and practice yourselves. Look at the picture. So, subject, simple past verb plus object. What is the subject here? I. What is the verb? Solve. What is the object? The sum. So, the example is I solved the sum. In the positive sense, we use, this is the structure, subject plus simple past verb plus object. Example, he played football. Can you give some more examples? Okay. In the negative sense, the structure is subject plus did plus not plus V1 plus object. Example is, he did not play football. Can you give some more examples? Yes. Okay, write down. Next, in the question form, the structure is did plus subject plus base form, that is V1 plus object. At the end we put question mark. So example is, did he play football? Can you give some more examples? Okay, you can write. So I will give you some sentences for practice. First one, he drew the old man out of the dish. What is the verb here? Drew. The second example, she used to wash clothes daily. What is the verb here? Used. Third one, he wrote an interesting story. What is the verb here? Wrote. Next one, the child completed his homework. What is the verb here? Completed. Next one, did he live in this house? What is the verb here? Did plus live. So the second form is did plus V1. So the question form is did plus subject plus verb plus, that means V1 plus object. At the end we put question mark. So did he live in this house? Next one, his mother would wash clothes. What is the verb here? Would. Next one, did he write a letter? What is the verb here? Did plus write, that is equal to wrote. We paid tribute to our national poet. What is the verb here? Paid. Next one, the boys recited the national anthem. What is the verb here? Recited. Next one, she did not sleep. What is the verb here? Yes. Did plus not plus sleep. So this is the sentence in negative form. Okay, children, you can write some more examples in your notebooks. Let us see the next picture with be forms and with verb forms. In the positive sense, we use subject plus was or were. Example is, they were friends. In the negative sense, subject plus was not or were not plus object. Example, they weren't friends. And in the question form, was or were plus subject plus V1 plus object. At the end we put question mark. They weren't friends. The verb forms subject plus V2 plus object. She worked yesterday. And in the negative sense, subject plus did not plus verb, that means verb base form, plus object. She didn't work yesterday. And in the question form, did plus subject plus verb, that is in the base form, plus object. At the end we put question mark. Did she work yesterday? Okay, let us see usage of simple past tense. So first we use to express completed action in the past. This is example, I saw a ghost last Friday. The second one, to describe a series of completed actions in the past. Example is, I finished work, walked to beach and found a nice place to swim. Next one, to express habits in the past. When I was young, example is, when I was young, I watched a lot of television every day after school. The next one, for stative verbs, that means have, that means own, be, think, believe, know, dislike, need, owe, wish. Example is, he had a small cottage in the woods. Okay, children, you can practice. Children, you can easily understanding by using personal pronouns. Look at the picture. So here, positive sentences, negative sentences, and question mark sentences. Here, what are pronouns? Here, what are personal pronouns? S, I, we, you, he, she, it, they. So, what is I? I is first person singular. What is we? First person plural. What is you? Second person singular and second person plural. What is third person singular? He, she, it. What is the third person plural? S, that is they. So these are the personal pronouns. By using these pronouns, we can easily make sentences. Here, I, you, he, she, it, we, they. So some pronouns are given. What is the verb here? Went. So can you make the sentences, children? S, I went to school. You went to college. He went to market. She went to movie. It went to jail. It went to a park. We went to Mumbai. They went to Hyderabad. Okay, children, these are the positive sentences. Next, with using negative sentences, how can we frame? I did not go to school. You did not go to school. He did not go to market. She did not go to college. He did not go to park. We did not go to Mumbai. They did not go to Vizag. So here, did not contraction is didn't. We can easily write like this. So these are the negative sentences. Next, yes, question mark sentences. How can we frame? What is the structure of this question mark? Did plus subject plus verb V1 plus question form. S. Did I go? Did you go? Did he go? Did she go? Did it go? Did we go? Did they go? So these are the question mark sentences. So, okay children, what is did? Did is a past form of do form. So do forms are three: do, does, and did. So these are the yes or no questions we use in yes or no questions. So short answers, how can we say? Do you go to school? By using did, how can we say? Yes, I did. S. You did. S. He did. S. She did. S. It did. S. We did. S. They did. So, by using negative forms, no. No, I did not. Or I didn't. Children, you can write he didn't go, not he didn't went. In the question form, did she work? Not did she work? Now you can write some more examples in your textbook. Now you can write some more examples by using your textbook. Children, some clues are also there in the past tense. That are they are yesterday, last month, last year, last night, the previous night, ago, in the 1920, in the 1947, like any year, we use simple past tense. By using clues, you can easily answer the following questions. I ask you one by one. Daisy dash bring some chocolates to the birthday party. Write down the example. Second one. I dash hear a new song on the radio. What is the answer? Yes, you can write. Next one. Peter dash read 3 books last week. Yes, you know the answer. Write down. Next one. The Smiths dash speak Italian to the waitress. Yes, you know the answer. Next one. Peter dash understand during the class. Next one. My mother dash forget to buy some milk. Next one. Shushan dash have a baby in August. Next one. We dash lose our keys last Friday. Next one. They dash swim 500 meters yesterday afternoon. And the last one. I dash give my mother a CD for her birthday. Okay, children? Keep all these clues in your mind while answering the questions. Thank you. Okay, children? Let us see past perfect tense. Yes, the positive structure of this sentence is subject plus had plus V3 plus object. Had V3 means past participle. Example, she had written an essay. In the negative structure, subject plus had plus not plus V3 plus object. Example, she had not written an essay. In the question form, structure is had plus subject plus V3 plus object plus question form. Example, had she written an essay? Children, you can practice these past perfect tense in your textbook. Next, I will give you some examples. He had drawn the sketch of a map. The match had finished when I reached the stadium. Had she lived in his house? Had she lived in this house? I had not planted the flowers. John had travelled to Venice until last month. They had eaten mangoes. The hero had not fought with cannibals. He had read his favorite book before yesterday. The players had lost heart before the match finished. Last one. Okay, I will give you some more examples by using past perfect tense. In the positive sentences, first one, I went there after I had worked the task. Second one, she had come late to the school. Next one, she had done her homework, so she was happy. Next one, he he had lived in Florida for 10 years before he moved to California. They had gone out when you called. By the time we came, she had finished the project. So these are the positive sentences. Next come to negative sentences. They had not or hadn't been married when I was born. Until he went to England, he had not spoken English. You had not or hadn't studied hard. Next one. She had not or hadn't done her homework, so she was sad. Next one. He had not or hadn't lived in Florida. Next one. They had not or hadn't gone. They had not or hadn't gone out when you called. Okay, children, these are the negative sentences. Next, come to question sentences. That are, they are, had they been married when I was born? Had he spoken English until he went to England? Had she done her homework? Had she lived in Florida? Had they gone out when you called? Had the woman cried till the morning? Yes, these are the past perfect sentences. Now, children, you can practice a few more examples by filling the blanks. The fire dash already reached the roof by the time the fireman arrived. Second one, Joe Smith went to prison because he dash steal a lot of money. Next one, Helen went to bed after she dash watch her favorite TV program. Next one, my father bought the new car after he dash tried it a few times. My father bought the new car. My father bought the new car after he dash tried it a few times. By the time Sonia got to the party, everyone dash began dancing. Next one, Lorenzo dash eat all the ice cream before I opened the fridge. Next one, there was a lot of snow outside because it dashed snow earlier in that day. Next one, Beatrice didn't pass the test because she dashed not study at all. Look, somebody dash leave the windows open. Last one, by the time the police arrived, the burglar dash break into my neighbor's house. Okay, children, you can fill in the blanks by using some clues I will tell you. See, children, the action which occurred earlier is expressed in the past perfect tense, and whereas the action which occurred later is expressed in simple past tense. Children, the clues are after, before, already, and some more examples. Well, children, when two actions occurred, the action which occurred earlier is expressed in the past perfect tense, whereas the action which occurred later is expressed in the simple past. Now you can practice some examples by using past perfect and simple past tense. So complete the given fill in the blanks. Children, while answering these questions, you have to put Children, while answering these questions, you have to remember the clues in your mind. First one, Tom dash give me the book yesterday, but I knew he dash not read it. Second one, Alice came back from Australia and she dash enjoy a lot there. Third one, when I arrived home, I realized that I dash not phone my grandparents. Next one, the postman dash come after I dash leave the office. Next one, when the old lady dash returned to her flat, she dash see that burglar dash break into. Next one, the train dash leave before Helen dash arrive at the station. Next, my grandmother dash make some cheese sandwiches when I dash get home at 5:30. Next one, after she dash study the lesson, she dash do the exercises. Next one, Barbara dash forget that she dash not do any shopping for the weekend. And the last one, Jack dash be very tired because he dash work until late. So children, you have to write all these questions. Now children, you can practice some examples in your textbook. Now combine the following sentences using the past tense and the simple past. Use linkers after, before or when. I brushed my teeth. I took my breakfast. Here by using after and before also given. After I had brushed my teeth, which is the earlier action. The latter action is I took my breakfast. So the earlier action is mentioned in the simple past perfect. The earlier action is mentioned in the past perfect tense and the latter action is mentioned in the simple past tense. I had brushed my teeth before I had brushed my teeth before I took my breakfast. Here some examples are given. She started to go to market. It rained heavily. You can use either after or before or when. He completed his work. He went to bed. Here also you can use after, before or when. Next one. I finished my dinner. Then my father came. Here you also use after or before or when. I felt seriously ill. I met my family doctor. You can use after, before or when. The next one, I locked the door. I went out to meet my friend at a restaurant. So here you can use after, before and when. Okay children, you can write all these questions and you have to practice with your friends or family members. Okay? Okay children, let us discuss preparation of a poster. What is the main function of a poster? Can you tell me? Yes, it captures the attention of the audience. So here, while writing a poster, we can reflect the following questions. What are the elements of an effective poster? That means color, size, layout, font size, language, etc. Next one, who issued the poster? And the purpose of the poster. What is the deadline? That means time. What are the other details highlighted? What should be highlighted in a poster? Who are the target audience of the poster? Here some information is given. Now prepare a poster using the information given below by arranging in it a proper sequence. Here highlighted Here highlights are given and information is also given. The theme is Homer. The occasion is the Laugher Day. Category stories, songs, poems, essays, articles and cartoons. And award Best Comic Writer Award. Prize amount 10,000 rupees. Contact number means phone number. Deadline the date. The last date of the poster time. The last date of the event. Issued by, that means who issued the poster. ABC Laughing Club, Mumidivaram, East Godavari district. Here the publisher given, here in the textbook their address is given. You can write your address. Next, target audience. Writers, the persons who are involved in. Writers, journalists, poets, essayists, cartoonists and lyricists. You can prepare a poster by using these information.